In the pursuit of your highest self, the most important step you can take is to first recognize and embrace the power of self-love. When you make your well-being a priority and choose to surround yourself with what nourishes you, you unlock the potential to become the person you were always meant to be. However, this journey requires courage to release what no longer aligns with your true essence. Today, I want to guide you through the process of loving yourself fully and letting go of what doesn't fit. For it is only in this space of self-respect and clarity that you can attract the life you truly deserve. To truly embrace the path of self-love, the first step is to recognize your own worth. This foundational concept is often overlooked, yet it is the most powerful tool in transforming your life. When you deeply understand and appreciate your value, you automatically elevate your experiences and interactions with others. You stop settling for less than what you deserve, and instead you begin to attract situations, relationships, and opportunities that reflect your worth. The journey towards self-recognition starts with shifting your mindset. For many, this may not come naturally, especially if they've been conditioned by society or past experiences to believe they are not enough. However, understanding your worth is not about arrogance or superiority. It's about recognizing that you are deserving of the best in life simply because you exist. There is no need to justify this. The value you possess is inherent, and by acknowledging this truth, you begin to see the world through a new lens, a lens that shows you that you have always been worthy of greatness, success, and love. Your worth is not determined by others. For too long, people place their value in the hands of others' opinions, but this is a dangerous game. You cannot rely on external validation to confirm your self-worth, because people's judgments are fickle, ever-changing, and often based on their own insecurities or perceptions. The moment you begin to rely on others for your sense of worth, you hand over the reins to your power, leaving you at the mercy of their judgment. Instead, recognize that your worth is not something to be earned or validated by others. It is an intrinsic quality that resides within you. You do not need to wait for approval from anyone, nor do you need to seek permission to be your best self. You are already enough, and when you internalize this belief, the world will begin to reflect it back to you. This understanding of your worth enables you to establish standards in your life that align with your true self. When you know you deserve more, you stop accepting anything that doesn't align with your highest potential. You will no longer tolerate relationships that undermine your confidence or situations that diminish your peace of mind. The more you begin to value yourself, the less you'll settle for anything less than what matches your vibration. You will not allow yourself to be pulled into circumstances that drain you or make you feel less than. Instead, you start to surround yourself with things, people, and environments that reflect the love and respect you have for yourself. Knowing your worth also empowers you to embrace your unique qualities. Each person is an individual with distinct gifts and abilities, and it's vital to accept your uniqueness without comparison. For too long, society has placed a standard on what is considered enough, pushing people to compete or shrink into molds that were never meant for them. However, when you understand that you are unique and that your individuality is a strength, you stop trying to be someone else and start being your authentic self. Your worth doesn't come from fitting into a mold. It comes from your authentic expression and your ability to stand firm in who you are. Once you realize this, you can pursue your dreams with confidence, knowing that the life you desire is meant for you and only you. As you embrace your worth, you will also begin to find a deeper sense of self-respect. This respect becomes the basis for all of your decisions, guiding you to make choices that honor your well-being. Self-respect is a critical element of self-love because it prevents you from making sacrifices that undermine your happiness. When you respect yourself, you create a strong sense of integrity that governs how you treat others, and how you allow others to treat you. It's in this space of self-respect that your true power lies. You stop compromising on your values, beliefs, and desires. You become an active creator of your life rather than a passive observer, and this shift in perception empowers you to attract exactly what you want. When you begin to see your own worth, you begin to exude confidence. Confidence doesn't come from external validation. It comes from within. It's a quiet, unwavering knowing that you are capable of achieving whatever you set your mind to. This confidence attracts people, opportunities, and experiences that mirror your belief in yourself. It allows you to take risks, step into new experiences, and create a life that reflects your highest self. In the end, knowing your worth is the cornerstone of all transformation. It is the lens through which you see the world and the standard by which you measure your relationships, opportunities, and life choices. Once you recognize your inherent value, you stop waiting for someone to confirm it for you. You become the creator of your reality, and the life you live will reflect the love and respect you have for yourself. This is the power that comes when you truly understand and embrace your worth. When you begin to acknowledge your worth and embrace the power of self-love, the next essential step is to set boundaries with love. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. Rather, they are guidelines that preserve your peace, respect, and well-being. Setting boundaries is a powerful act of self-love, as it communicates to both yourself and others that you value your time, energy, and emotional health. The concept of boundaries is often misunderstood. Many people fear that setting boundaries will make them appear rude or selfish. But in reality, it is an essential practice for maintaining healthy, respectful relationships with others, while nurturing a sense of self-respect. Boundaries are a reflection of your inner strength and self-awareness. When you set boundaries, you are asserting what is acceptable and what is not in your life. These boundaries act as a safeguard for your emotional, mental, and physical well-being. Without boundaries, it becomes all too easy to become overwhelmed, drained, or taken advantage of by others. Setting clear boundaries means that you are honoring yourself and your needs. It ensures that you are not putting yourself last, but rather prioritizing your peace and happiness. Setting boundaries starts with self-awareness. You need to understand what makes you feel comfortable, what drains you, and what lifts you up. This requires deep introspection and an understanding of what truly nourishes your soul. For example, if certain people or situations leave you feeling anxious, exhausted, or unappreciated, it's important to recognize that these are not just minor inconveniences. They are signals that your boundaries have been crossed. Paying attention to how you feel in different circumstances will help you determine where to set those boundaries. The more you connect with your own emotions and inner wisdom, the clearer these boundaries will become. Once you are clear about where your boundaries lie, it's time to communicate them. This step is crucial because boundaries are only effective when they are expressed with clarity and respect. Many people avoid setting boundaries because they fear confrontation or the possibility of upsetting others. However, the truth is that clear communication of your boundaries is a necessary part of self-respect. You are not responsible for other people's reactions when you set boundaries, and it's important to remember that you are not doing anything wrong. Boundaries are about protecting your energy, and those who respect and love you will understand and support your decision to honor yourself. It's also important to remember that setting boundaries is not a one-time event. As you grow and evolve, your boundaries may shift and change, and that's perfectly okay. What may have been acceptable to you in the past may no longer serve you as you move forward on your journey. Boundaries are fluid, and they should be adjusted as your needs and circumstances change. The key is to continually check in with yourself and ensure that you are not sacrificing your well-being for the sake of others. This practice of regularly evaluating your boundaries will help you stay aligned with your true self and continue to honor your needs. Setting boundaries also involves learning to say no without guilt. This is one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal of self-love. Saying no does not mean you are being rude or unkind. It simply means that you are making a choice to prioritize your well-being. When you say yes to everything, you are essentially saying no to yourself. Every time you overextend yourself or agree to something that doesn't align with your values, you are depleting your energy. Saying no is an act of self-preservation. It's a way of showing yourself that you matter and that your needs are just as important as anyone else's. It's also important to recognize that setting boundaries doesn't just apply to people. It applies to situations, environments, and even your own thoughts. For example, if you find yourself consistently engaging in negative self-talk or entertaining limiting beliefs, you need to set boundaries with your own mind. You have the power to control your thoughts and redirect them in a way that serves your highest good. Similarly, if certain environments or situations leave you feeling drained or uninspired, it's essential to set boundaries with those as well. Protecting your energy means not allowing anything that doesn't align with your peace and growth to take up space in your life. In relationships, boundaries help create mutual respect and understanding. When you set boundaries, you are teaching others how to treat you, and in turn, they learn to respect your space and needs. Healthy relationships are based on mutual respect, and clear boundaries are a foundational element of this respect. When both parties communicate their needs and honor each other's limits, relationships become more harmonious and fulfilling. And if healthy relationships could become more harmonious and fulfilling, and on the other hand, when boundaries are ignored or violated, resentment and frustration can build up, leading to unnecessary tension and conflict. By setting boundaries, you are creating an environment of trust and understanding where both you and others can thrive. Lastly, it's important to remember that setting boundaries is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength. It takes courage to honor yourself and communicate your needs to others. It takes strength to stand firm in your values and make decisions that are in alignment with your well-being. The more you practice setting boundaries with love, the stronger and more confident you become in your own worth. You teach others how to treat you by the way you treat yourself. And as you honor your own boundaries, you create space for the kind of relationships and experiences that truly serve your highest good. As you continue your journey of self-love, it becomes clear that an essential part of embracing your worth and setting healthy boundaries is the necessity to release toxic relationships. Toxic relationships are those that drain your energy, diminish your self-esteem, and prevent you from growing into the person you were meant to be. Whether they are romantic, familial, or friendships, these relationships often hold you back and keep you tied to past patterns that no longer serve your highest good. The decision to let go of such relationships is an act of self-love, because it is an acknowledgement that you are worthy of healthy, supportive, and uplifting connections. The first step in releasing toxic relationships is recognizing them for what they are. Sometimes these relationships are hard to see because they can be disguised in the form of care, love, or even familiarity. You might feel a sense of loyalty or obligation to people who have been in your life for a long time. But just because someone has been around for a while doesn't mean they are contributing positively to your well-being. In fact, often the longer these toxic dynamics have existed, the harder it becomes to see them for what they truly are. Toxic relationships can often be marked by manipulation, emotional abuse, neglect, dishonesty, or constant criticism. They leave you feeling drained, unsupported, and unworthy. These relationships create an unhealthy emotional imbalance where your energy is constantly being siphoned away, and in return you receive little or nothing that nourishes your spirit. Once you begin to identify these relationships, the next step is to take action and decide to release them. This can be an incredibly difficult decision. especially if you have deep emotional ties to the person or people involved. There may be guilt, fear, or anxiety that arises when thinking about cutting ties with someone who has been a part of your life. You may worry about hurting them or fear the consequences of leaving the relationship behind. However, it is crucial to understand that by staying in toxic relationships, you are allowing yourself to stay stuck in a cycle of negativity and self-sacrifice. Staying for the sake of others or out of obligation only holds you back from embracing the love and respect you deserve. Releasing toxic relationships is an act of courage. It means choosing yourself over the comfort of familiarity. It means prioritizing your mental and emotional well-being over the fear of change. And although it may be painful in the short term, this decision is often the most loving thing you can do for yourself. It is a statement that you are no longer willing to tolerate behavior that disrespects your boundaries, your emotions, or your sense of self-worth. It is choosing to let go of someone who isn't adding positivity or support to your life, frees you to invite healthier, more fulfilling connections into your experience. The process of releasing toxic relationships doesn't always happen overnight, and it can involve many steps. In some cases, it might require having difficult conversations or creating physical and emotional distance to break free from the toxic influence. It's essential to communicate clearly and firmly about why the relationship is no longer working for you. But if that isn't possible, or you fear it may lead to more toxicity, then taking a step back from the relationship, either temporarily or permanently, may be the best option. There is no one-size-fits-all solution, and each situation will be unique. The key is to honor your feelings and trust that by releasing this relationship, you are creating space for more love, growth, and peace in your life. As you release toxic relationships, it's important to be kind and compassionate with yourself. It's easy to feel a sense of loss or grief, especially if the person was someone you once cared deeply about. Understand that grief is a natural part of letting go, but don't let it hold you back. There is a tendency to want to hold on to people, even when we know they no longer fit our lives or contribute positively. This attachment can come from fear of loneliness, fear of change, or a sense of duty. However, it's vital to remind yourself that staying in a toxic relationship is far more painful and damaging in the long run than the temporary discomfort of releasing it. Allow yourself to grieve the loss, but also allow yourself to heal and move forward. The space you create by letting go of someone who no longer fits your life will eventually be filled with healthier, more supportive relationships. Another aspect of releasing toxic relationships is learning how to establish healthier connections moving forward. After you let go of the negative influences, you must actively seek relationships that are based on mutual respect, trust, and love. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you, those who celebrate your successes, encourage your growth, and love you unconditionally. These types of relationships will nurture your self-worth and reinforce the boundaries you've set for yourself. Healthy relationships are rooted in equality, kindness, and a shared sense of respect for one another's individuality. They will inspire you to continue growing, and they will remind you of your own power and strength. Remember that releasing toxic relationships is not just about cutting ties with others. It's about creating space within yourself for self-love and healing. It's an opportunity to reconnect with who you truly are, to rediscover your passions, and to nurture the person you've always been underneath the negativity. By freeing yourself from toxic relationships, you are giving yourself permission to step into a new chapter of your life, one that is full of peace, love, and abundance. Trust that as you let go of what no longer serves you, you make room for the people and experiences that will elevate you to the next level of your personal growth and fulfillment. As you continue on your journey towards self-love and personal transformation, it becomes increasingly clear that another vital step is learning to release the past. The past, with its wounds, mistakes, and regrets, has a powerful influence on your present and future. It can hold you back from embracing your full potential and living the life you deserve. Releasing the past is not about forgetting or dismissing your experiences. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional weight that those experiences carry. When you let go of past hurts, failures, and attachments, you create space for healing, growth, and new possibilities to enter your life. The first step in releasing the past is recognizing that it no longer serves you. Many people get trapped in the narrative of their past, replaying old stories of pain, failure, or betrayal. They hold on to these memories because they've become a part of their identity. The pain associated with the past is not something that just fades away on its own. It lingers because people continue to revisit it. Every time you focus on the past, you are essentially reliving those moments, which keeps them alive in your mind and body. The more you hold onto the past, the more it shapes your present. But when you begin to understand that the past is just a series of experiences and not who you are, you begin to release its grip on you. It's important to understand that releasing the past is not about erasing memories or pretending that what happened didn't affect you. It's about reframing the way you view those experiences. You can choose to see them as lessons rather than failures, as opportunities for growth instead of roadblocks. Every experience, no matter how painful, has contributed to the person you are today. By reframing these memories, you shift your perception and free yourself from the emotional weight attached to them. The past becomes something you learn from, not something that controls you. One of the key aspects of releasing the past is forgiving yourself. Often we hold on to guilt, shame, and regret for things we've done or not done. We carry this burden because we believe we should have acted differently or made better choices. But forgiveness is essential for healing. You must realize that you did the best you could with the knowledge, resources, and emotional state you had at the time. Be compassionate with yourself. Recognize that you are human and imperfect, and that mistakes are part of the learning process. Holding on to guilt or regret only keeps you stuck in the past, preventing you from moving forward and growing. When you forgive yourself, you give yourself permission to heal and embrace the future with an open heart. Forgiving others is just as important as forgiving yourself. The pain and resentment you carry towards others only hurt you in the long run. Holding on to anger or bitterness gives those who have wronged you power over your emotional state. It keeps you tethered to the past and prevents you from fully embracing your own power. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you condone the hurtful actions of others. It means that you are choosing to release the hold that the past has on you. When you forgive, you free yourself. You no longer allow the actions of others to dictate your emotional state or define your future. You reclaim your power and take control of your own healing. Reading the past also involves letting go of attachments. We often hold on to people, places, or things because we believe they define who we are or that our happiness depends on them. However, these attachments keep us stuck in a cycle of dependency and longing. True freedom comes when you learn to detach from anything that no longer serves you, whether that be a relationship, a job, or a material possession. The more you detach, the more you make space for new experiences and opportunities to enter your life, you start to realize that your happiness, peace, and fulfillment come from within, not from external sources. When you let go of these attachments, you open yourself up to new possibilities that align more closely with your authentic self. Letting go of the past is also about releasing old stories. Many people identify with the stories they tell themselves about who they are and what they've been through. These stories are often rooted in past experiences and can limit your growth. You might tell yourself, I'm not good enough, or I'm a failure because of past mistakes or setbacks. But these stories are not the truth. They are simply interpretations of past events, and they do not define who you are. The moment you choose to rewrite your story is the moment you take back control. You are the author of your life, and you have the power to create a new narrative that empowers you. When you stop identifying with the past, you open the door to becoming the person you've always wanted to be. Another crucial aspect of releasing the past is to stop seeking validation from it. Many people hold onto the past because they feel the need to justify their current situation, seek approval for their choices. They might find themselves saying, I've been through so much, so I deserve this, or I can't move on because of everything I've been through. Seeking validation from the past only keeps you locked in a cycle of self-doubt and limitation. It prevents you from stepping into your full potential because you are still looking for approval from things that have already happened. When you stop seeking validation from the past, you free yourself to create a future that is based on who you are now and who you are becoming. Releasing the past is a powerful act of self-love because it allows you to step into your own power. It enables you to embrace the present moment and create a future that is filled with possibility. When you let go of the past, you are no longer weighed down by the mistakes, regrets, or attachments that once held you back. You free yourself to live fully in the present, where all transformation and growth occur. The past no longer defines you. You are now the creator of your life, and the future is yours to shape. As you release the past, you allow space for healing, growth, and the manifestation of a life that truly aligns with your highest self. Embracing change is another key step in the journey of self-love and personal transformation. Change can often be a source of fear and discomfort, especially if you've spent years clinging to the familiar. The fear of the unknown, the reluctance to step outside your comfort zone, and the uncertainty of what lies ahead can make change seem overwhelming. However, it is essential to understand that change is not only inevitable, but necessary for growth. Without change, you remain stagnant, trapped in patterns that no longer serve you. Embracing change is an act of self-love because it reflects your willingness to evolve, expand, and step into a greater version of yourself. One of the first steps in embracing change is shifting your mindsets. Often people view change as something to fear or avoid, seeing it as a disruption to their stability or sense of control. However, when you change your perspective and view change as an opportunity rather than a threat, it transforms your experience. Instead of seeing change as something that is happening to you, see it as something that is happening for you. Every change, no matter how big or small, carries the potential for growth, learning, and self-discovery. By embracing this mindset, you start to see change as a natural part of life that propels you toward greater opportunities. The process of embracing change often involves letting go of the need for control. Many people resist change because they feel the need to control every aspect of their lives. The fear of losing control can cause them to hold tightly to what they know, even if it's no longer serving them. However, the truth is that control is an illusion. No matter how hard you try, there will always be aspects of life that are beyond your control. The more you try to control your circumstances, the more you resist the flow of life, which leads to frustration and stagnation. When you embrace change, you let go of the need for control and instead trust in the process of life. You trust that even though you can't predict the outcome, the journey itself is valuable and will lead you to exactly where you need to be. Another important aspect of embracing change is releasing attachment to outcomes. Many times, We resist change because we are so attached to a particular outcome. We have a specific idea of how our life should look or what we want to achieve. And when things don't go according to plan, it can feel like a failure. However, life is not always linear, and the path to your desires may take unexpected turns. By releasing attachment to a specific outcome, you free yourself to enjoy the journey and stay open to the possibilities that arise along the way. You begin to see that every detour, every unexpected twist is simply another way for you to learn, grow, and align with your higher purpose. Embracing change also requires stepping into the unknown with courage. The unknown is where all the magic happens, but it is also where fear can arise. It's easy to stay in your comfort zone because it feels safe and familiar. But true transformation happens when you push beyond the boundaries of what you already know and venture into new territories. This doesn't mean taking reckless risks, but it does mean having the courage to take small steps into the unknown. It means trusting that you are capable of navigating new challenges and that the discomfort you feel is part of the growth process. The more you embrace the unknown, the more you realize that you are stronger and more resilient than you initially thought. The key part of embracing change is being flexible and adaptable. Life doesn't always unfold as we expect it to, and things don't always go according to plan. However, the ability to adapt to new circumstances is what allows you to thrive. Flexibility doesn't mean giving up on your dreams or lowering your standards. It means being open to different ways of achieving your goals. Sometimes the universe has a different plan for you, and is often better than what you originally imagined. Being adaptable allows you to flow with life rather than resisting it. You can still pursue your goals and desires, but with an open mind and heart, ready to receive the opportunities that come your way. Another essential element of embracing change is trusting in your ability to handle challenges. Change often comes with obstacles, setbacks, and difficulties. It can be tempting to shy away from change because of the uncertainty and challenges it brings. However, when you trust in yourself and your ability to overcome challenges, you become more willing to face the discomfort that comes with change. You start to see challenges as opportunities to strengthen your character and build resilience. You begin to recognize that no matter what happens, you will always find a way to navigate through it. Trusting yourself means having the confidence to know that you have the resources, both internally and externally, to handle whatever life throws at you. As you embrace change, it's also important to practice patience. Change doesn't always happen overnight, and it's easy to become frustrated if things aren't progressing as quickly as you'd like. However, the process of transformation takes time. Just as a seed needs time to grow into a strong tree, your personal growth requires patience and nurturing. The more patient you are with yourself and the process, the more you allow the changes to unfold naturally. Trust that everything is happening at the right time and in the right way, and allow yourself to move at your own pace. Embracing change is about celebrating your progress, no matter how small. Change can be slow and incremental, and it's easy to overlook the small steps forward. However, each step you take toward embracing change is a victory. Whether it's stepping out of your comfort zone, trying something new, or overcoming a fear, every bit of progress counts. Celebrating your wins, no matter how small, helps you stay motivated and reinforces the belief that you are capable of achieving anything. By focusing on your progress, you create positive momentum that propels you forward on your journey of self-love and transformation. Trusting yourself is one of the most important elements of self-love and personal transformation. It serves as a foundation for everything you do in life. Without trusting yourself, you will constantly second-guess your decisions, undermine your abilities, and struggle to believe in your own potential. Trusting yourself means having confidence in your judgment, your instincts, and your ability to handle whatever comes your way. It means knowing deep down that you have the strength, wisdom, and resilience to navigate life's challenges. When you trust yourself, you are no longer at the mercy of external validation or the opinions of others. You become your own source of strength and guidance. One of the first steps in learning to trust yourself is letting go of the need for perfection. Many people hesitate to trust themselves because they fear making mistakes or failing. The pursuit of perfection can paralyze you, causing you to second-guess every decision and delay taking action. However, perfection is an illusion. There is no such thing as making the perfect choice or having the perfect life. Life is messy, unpredictable, and full of surprises. The key to trusting yourself is accepting that mistakes and imperfections are a natural part of the human experience. Every misstep, every failure is an opportunity for learning and growth. When you embrace your imperfections, you allow yourself the freedom to take risks and move forward without fear of being judged or making a wrong choice. Trusting yourself is about recognizing that you are worthy of success and happiness, even if the journey isn't perfect. Another crucial aspect of trusting yourself is being able to make decisions with confidence. We often look to others for advice and approval, constantly seeking validation before taking any action. While seeking counsel from trusted sources can be valuable, relying too heavily on others' opinions can make it difficult to trust your own intuition. Your intuition is a powerful tool, guiding you toward what feels right for you. It's the inner voice that tells you when something aligns with your values and desires. When you trust your intuition, you become more attuned to your true needs and desires, rather than being influenced by external expectations. Making decisions based on your intuition builds your confidence and reinforces your ability to trust yourself. To trust yourself, you must also learn to trust your feelings. Often, people dismiss their emotions or suppress them because they feel that emotions are unreliable or irrational. However, your emotions are a vital source of information that can guide you in making decisions and understanding your needs. Your feelings are not to be ignored. They are powerful signals that help you understand your inner world. When you trust your feelings, you allow yourself to experience life fully, without the need to mask or hide parts of yourself. Whether it's a feeling of excitement, fear, joy, or sadness, your emotions are a reflection of your inner truth. By tuning into your emotions, you strengthen your connection to yourself and build trust in your ability to navigate the complexities of life. Building trust in yourself also involves developing resilience. Life is filled with ups and downs, and there will inevitably be times when things don't go as planned. You may face setbacks, challenges, or failures that make you question your abilities. However, trusting yourself means believing that you have the strength to overcome obstacles, even in difficult times. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity and continue moving forward, no matter the circumstances. When you trust in your resilience, you know that no matter what life throws at you, you will be able to handle it and learn from it. Trusting yourself means having the confidence that no matter how challenging the situation may seem, you will emerge stronger and wiser on the other side. Another essential element of trusting yourself is the practice of self-compassion. Many people are their own harshest critics, constantly putting themselves down for perceived shortcomings or mistakes. This inner self-criticism undermines self-trust and keeps you stuck in a cycle of doubt and insecurity. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a close friend. When you make a mistake, instead of berating yourself, you acknowledge the situation, learn from it, and move forward with love and acceptance. Self-compassion helps you trust yourself because it reminds you that you are worthy of love and understanding, even when you fall short. When you embrace self-compassion, you release the need for perfection and create a safe space for yourself to grow, evolve, and trust your own journey. Learning to create a space for yourself to grow, evolve, and trust your own journey. An important part of trusting yourself is setting boundaries. People often struggle with self-trust because they are afraid to say no or assert their needs. However, trusting yourself means honoring your own needs, desires, and limits. It means recognizing when something no longer serves you and having the courage to let go. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect and self-trust because it demonstrates that you are in control of your life and that you are worthy of taking up space and protecting your energy. When you trust yourself, you have no fear of saying no to things or people that drain you or don't align with your values. Boundaries are essential for maintaining your emotional, mental, and physical well-being. Trusting yourself allows you to honor your boundaries without guilt or fear of rejection. Trusting yourself also involves taking responsibility for your actions and choices. It's easy to blame others or external circumstances for your current situation, but true self-trust comes from taking ownership of your life. When you take responsibility for your decisions, you reclaim your power and acknowledge that you have the ability to create your own reality. Taking responsibility doesn't mean blaming yourself for everything that goes wrong, but rather recognizing that you have the power to respond to any situation in a way that aligns with your values and desires. It's about choosing to react with wisdom, compassion, and self-awareness, even when things don't go as planned. To trust yourself, you must embrace your unique path. Every person's journey is different, and comparing yourself to others only undermines your self-trust. Trusting yourself means accepting that your life will unfold in its own time and in its own way. There is no one-size-fits-all formula for success, happiness, or fulfillment. When you trust yourself, you release the need to conform to someone else's expectations or timeline. You honor your individuality and know that your path is just as valid and meaningful as anyone else's. Trusting yourself means giving yourself permission to create your own definition of success and to live life according to your own terms. Letting go of limiting beliefs is a crucial step toward personal growth and self-love. Limiting beliefs are those thoughts and convictions that keep you trapped in a cycle of self-doubt, fear, and limitation. They are often formed early in life based on experiences, societal expectations, or the opinions of others. These beliefs act as barriers preventing you from reaching your full potential and blocking you from manifesting your dream. To experience true freedom and growth, it's essential to identify and release these limiting beliefs. When you let go of what no longer serves you, you create space for new, empowering beliefs that align with your desires and your vision for the future. The first step in letting go of limiting beliefs is to become aware of them. Often, these beliefs operate on a subconscious level, influencing your thoughts, actions, and decisions without you even realizing it. You may have internalized messages like, "I'm not good enough," "I don't deserve success," or "I can't change." These beliefs shape the way you see yourself and the world around you. They influence your choices and dictate how you respond to challenges. The key to overcoming these beliefs is to bring them into the light of awareness. Once you recognize that these thoughts are limiting you, you can begin to question their validity and choose to release them. Ask yourself, is this belief really true? Is this belief helping me or holding me back? Another important aspect of letting go of limiting beliefs is understanding where they come from. Many of the beliefs you hold were not formed by your own experiences, but were passed down to you from others. Parents, teachers, peers, or society. You may have been told that success is only for certain people, that money is hard to come by, or that you must sacrifice your happiness for the sake of others. These beliefs often take root early in life and become deeply ingrained in your subconscious mind. By understanding the origins of these beliefs, you can begin to see that they are not necessarily a reflection of your own truth, but rather a collection of borrowed ideas. Once you recognize this, you can begin to detach from these beliefs and replace them with ones that are more empowering and aligned with your authentic self. In the process of letting go, it's important to be patient with yourself. Releasing limiting beliefs is not an overnight process. It takes time and effort to undo years of conditioning and reshape your mindset. It's easy to feel discouraged when old beliefs resurface, but it's essential to remember that this is a normal part of the process. Each time you recognize a limiting belief and choose to release it, you are making progress. Even if the belief returns, you now have the awareness and tools to challenge it again. Over time, these old beliefs will lose their power over you, and new, more empowering beliefs will take their place. One powerful tool for letting go of limiting beliefs is affirmations. Affirmations are positive, present-tense statements that affirm the truth of who you are and what you are capable of. By repeating these affirmations regularly, you reprogram your subconscious mind and shift your focus away from limiting beliefs toward beliefs that support your growth and success. For example, if you've been holding the belief that you're not good enough, an affirmation like, "I am worthy of all the success and happiness I desire," can help replace that limiting belief with a positive one. Over time, these affirmations will become ingrained in your subconscious mind, and you will start to believe them as your new reality. Imagine for a moment that the very thing you desire is already in your hands. It's not something that will happen in the future, but right now. You have already manifested it in your mind, and what you hold in your heart is no different than what you will soon see in your reality. There is no waiting necessary. What you seek is already present. You simply must awaken to this truth. You are the creator of your reality. This truth is simple, yet it holds immense power. Every experience, every circumstance, and every situation in your life is a direct reflection of what you believe and feel. Your reality isn't shaped by the outside world or external forces, but by the thoughts and beliefs that you hold inside. If you truly grasp this concept, you will realize that your desires are not distant or unattainable. They are already here, waiting for you to recognize them. The desires you hold are an extension of yourself, an expression of what is already present within your heart and mind. Most people go through life believing that their desires are something they must strive for. They view them as goals that are somewhere out in the future, something that must be worked for, chased, and attained. This belief creates a sense of separation, as though there is a vast distance between where they are now and where they want to be. This perception of lack or unavailability causes people to feel that they are not enough or that they don't deserve their desires. They unknowingly place their dreams in the future, constantly waiting for the right time, the right circumstances, or the right conditions. But in reality, you do not need to wait for anything. Your desires are not external to you. They are already a part of who you are. Your desires are born within you because they are meant to be yours. They are not random or fleeting wishes. They are the seeds of your potential. When you desire something, you are not simply wishing for it to appear in your life one day. You are calling forth what already exists within the universe, what already exists within you. The very fact that you desire something is proof that it is already in alignment with your being. You wouldn't be capable of desiring something that was not meant for you. Your desires are not out of reach. They are already embedded within your consciousness, waiting for you to recognize them. The moment you begin to accept the idea that your desires are already here, you shift your perspective. You stop seeing them as distant goals and begin to see them as present realities. It's a shift in mindset that alters everything. It's the difference between seeing yourself as someone striving for success and seeing yourself as someone who has already succeeded. When you live from the perspective of already having your desire, you begin to make choices that align with that reality. Your thoughts, your words, and your actions start to reflect the truth that your desire is already here, and this alignment begins to draw your desired outcome into your experience. The power of being the creator of your reality lies in your ability to influence your inner world. Everything in your life, every experience, every manifestation is first created in your mind. Your thoughts shape your reality in ways you may not even fully understand. You might believe that circumstances dictate your life, but in truth, your inner state of being is what determines the outer world you experience. The power you have to create lies in the fact that your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are constantly shaping your world. When you start to align these with the truth that your desires are already fulfilled, you activate the creative power within you. The thoughts you think every day are incredibly powerful. Your mind is like a magnet, constantly attracting situations, people, and opportunities that match the frequency of your thoughts. If you focus on the idea that your desires are already here, you begin to resonate with the energy of fulfillment. This creates a powerful shift that influences the circumstances around you. You stop attracting more of what you don't want, and instead, you start to draw closer to what you do want. The simple act of believing that your desires are already here begins the process of their manifestation. Your internal world, your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings are the blueprint for your external reality. What you see in the world around you is simply a reflection of what is going on inside of you. The more you internalize the idea that your desires are already fulfilled, the more your external world will shift to match this truth. You no longer need to wait for the perfect conditions, the right time, or the right opportunity. Your desires are already aligned with who you are, and as soon as you begin to live from that knowing, your life begins to reflect it. To truly experience your desire, you must live in the end. This is one of the most powerful shifts you can make in your journey towards manifestation. Living in the end means you stop focusing on the future and begin to feel as if what you want has already happened. It's not about waiting for things to unfold or trying to predict how your desires will materialize. When you live from the end result, you bring your desires into the present moment, and that is where the magic happens. Most people are conditioned to live in the space of one day. They tell themselves, one day I'll have that, or one day I'll be successful, or one day I'll find love. They are constantly projecting their desires into a distant future, making them feel far away. This mindset of one day keeps your desires outside of your current reality, reinforcing the belief that they are not yet yours. But the truth is, your desires are not something to wait for. They are already a part of your present experience. To live in the end means to live as if they had already been fulfilled. The key to living in the end is to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with a state of already having what you desire. This means that instead of imagining what it will feel like to have your desires in the future, you must evoke that feeling now. Feel the joy, satisfaction, and fulfillment as though it is happening to you at this very moment. Imagine how you would feel if your desire was already present in your life. Step into that feeling and allow it to fill you completely. By doing this, you are not only aligning with your desire, but you are also sending a powerful message to the universe that you are ready to receive it. When you live in the end, you no longer see your desires as something you lack. Instead, they become a natural extension of who you are. You don't feel incomplete or like you need to work harder for them. You recognize that they are already a part of you, and all you need to do is embrace the truth that they are here. This is the essence of living in the end, to act, think, and feel as if what you desire is already yours. The Unitarian says that this shift in consciousness is what allows your desire to manifest into your physical reality. One of the most profound ways to live in the end is through visualization, by vividly imagining the reality of your desire as if it has already come to pass. You are planting seeds in your subconscious mind that will eventually take root. See yourself living the life you desire. Picture yourself waking up in the home you've always wanted, stepping into your dream job, or sharing a moment with the person you love. See the details, feel the emotions, and experience the sensations of already having what you want. The more real this visualization feels to you, the more it will influence your subconscious mind and shape the physical world around you. Living in the end also involves changing the way you react to life. If you want abundance, start behaving as someone who is abundant. If you desire love, begin acting as someone who is already in a loving, fulfilling relationship. If you want success, act as though you've already achieved it. Your actions must align with the state of already having. When you begin to carry yourself as your desires are already fulfilled, you draw them closer to you because you are vibrating at the frequency of fulfillment. Another important aspect of living in the end is to trust in the process. It's easy to become impatient or anxious when you don't see immediate results. But remember, living in the end is not about instant gratification. It's about staying aligned with the feeling of already having your desire, even when it hasn't yet manifested in the physical world. Trust that the universe is working on your behalf, orchestrating events, people, and circumstances to bring your desires to fruition. Stay grounded in the knowing that your desires are already on their way, and continue living in the end with unwavering faith and confidence. When you live in the end, you are no longer in a state of lack or longing. You are in a state of abundance, contentment, and fulfillment. You are not waiting for something to happen. You are fully immersed in the reality that it has already happened. This shift in perception not only brings your desires closer to you, but it also transforms your experience of life. You begin to live with a sense of ease, knowing that everything you desire is already within reach. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions are aligned with the end result, and that is the key to manifesting your dreams. What you believe to be true is the foundation of your experience. Belief is not just a passive thought. It is a force that shapes the world around you. Your beliefs act as a filter through which you perceive the world, and they determine how you interpret events, relationships, and opportunities. When you deeply believe that your desire is already here, you begin to act in alignment with that belief. It's not just about hoping or wishing. It's about truly accepting that your desire has already been manifested. Belief is the bridge between your inner world and your outer reality. Once you believe it's already yours, everything around you starts to reflect that truth. Belief is a powerful energy that communicates with the universe. The universe responds to the vibration you send out, and that vibration is determined by your thoughts and beliefs. When you believe in the reality of your desires, you align your energy with what you want to manifest. This alignment is magnetic, drawing your desires to you. Conversely, if you doubt or believe that your desires are too far out of reach, you are sending out a conflicting vibration, which repels what you want. This is why belief is the most important ingredient in manifestation. Without belief, there is no true alignment with your desires. It's easy to say that you believe something, but belief goes beyond words. It's about internalizing the truth of what you desire, feeling it deeply, and living as though it's already a part of your life. To believe in your desire is already here, you must not only think about it, but you must feel it as if it is present right now. Your beliefs are rooted in your emotions. They are not abstract ideas, but are beliefs that are felt deeply in your body and mind. When you feel the truth of your desires in your being, you are embodying the belief that they are already here. This emotional alignment sends a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. It's important to understand that belief is not something that happens instantly. It's a process. And sometimes it requires time to shift your mindset. If you've spent years or decades believing that your desires are out of reach or that you're not worthy of them, changing that belief can take conscious effort. However, this process is absolutely transformative. Every time you reinforce the belief that your desires are already here, you strengthen the alignment between your inner world and the external world. It's through repetition and persistence that belief becomes a natural state of being. The more you believe in the presence of your desires, the more you begin to see evidence of their manifestation. You start to notice synchronicities, signs, and opportunities that align with your desires. The universe responds to your belief by creating the conditions for your desires to unfold. Your belief is like a seed, and the more you water it with positive thoughts, feelings, and actions, the more it grows and flourishes. The universe will bring the right people, the right circumstances, and the right timing to make your desires a reality. All of this begins with the belief that your desires are already present. It is also important to recognize that your beliefs shape your actions. When you truly believe that your desires are already here, your actions will naturally reflect that belief. You won't hesitate or second-guess yourself because you will act with the certainty that what you want is already on its way. For example, if you believe that you are already successful, you will make decisions that reflect that. You will invest in opportunities, take risks, and put yourself in situations that align with your vision of success. When your actions reflect your belief, you open the door to new opportunities and experiences that bring you closer to your desires. Sometimes, the belief in your desires may be challenged by doubt or fear. These negative emotions can arise when you step outside of your comfort zone or face obstacles on your journey. However, it is important to remember that belief is stronger than doubt. The key is to acknowledge the doubt without allowing it to take control of your thoughts. Every time you feel doubt, reaffirm your belief that your desires are already here. And over time, the power of your belief will overpower any fear or uncertainty, and your desires will manifest effortlessly. Belief is the key that unlocks the door to your desires. Without it, you remain stuck in a cycle of waiting and hoping. But when you truly believe that your desires are already here, you shift your consciousness and start to live as though they are. This belief becomes the foundation upon which everything else is built. Your thoughts, emotions, actions, and experiences will all align with the truth that your desires are already present in your life. And when that happens, the universe will conspire to bring those desires into your reality. The subconscious mind is the key to unlocking your desires. It is the most powerful force in your life, constantly at work, influencing your thoughts, beliefs, actions, and experiences. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. Whatever you impress upon it, it accepts as truth. This is why it's so important to consciously direct your thoughts and beliefs toward the reality you wish to create. When you impress upon your subconscious mind the idea that your desire is already fulfilled, it begins to align everything in your life to bring that vision into physical reality. The subconscious mind operates in the background, shaping your life according to the beliefs and programs it holds. It works tirelessly, but often without your conscious awareness. Most of the beliefs that are embedded in your subconscious mind were formed in childhood or through repeated experiences. These beliefs may not always serve you, which is why it is essential to take control and consciously reshape them. When you align your subconscious beliefs with your desires, you are setting the stage for the manifestation of those desires in your life. One of the most effective ways to impress your subconscious mind is through repetition. Your subconscious learns through repetition and consistency. This is why it is so important to consistently feed your mind with thoughts, images, and affirmations that reflect the reality you wish to create. If you want to manifest abundance, for example, you must repeatedly tell yourself, I am abundant. I already have everything I need, and abundance flows to me effortlessly. With each repetition, you are programming your subconscious to accept these statements as truth. Over time, these beliefs become ingrained, and your subconscious mind starts to work on your behalf to bring those beliefs to fruition. Visualization is another powerful tool for impressing your subconscious mind. When you vividly imagine your desires as already being fulfilled, you create an image that your subconscious can latch onto. The more real this image feels to you, the more your subconscious will accept it as truth. This process creates an emotional charge that resonates with your subconscious, allowing it to begin aligning your reality with the vision you hold in your mind. The more you practice this mental imagery, the stronger the connection becomes between your desire and your subconscious mind. This connection serves as the driving force behind the manifestation process. In addition to visualization, you can also use affirmations to reinforce the belief that your desire is already here. When you repeat affirmations like, my desire is already fulfilled, I am worthy of everything I desire, or my dreams are coming true now, you are telling your subconscious that what you want is not only possible, but already on its way. Affirmations work by bypassing the conscious mind and speaking directly to the subconscious, which is why they are such a powerful tool in reprogramming your beliefs. Repeating these affirmations with conviction and emotion sends a clear message to your subconscious mind that you believe your desire is already a reality. It's important to remember that the subconscious mind is not logical. It is emotional. It responds to feelings and images, not reasoning. This is why it's so important to not only think about your desires, but to feel the emotions associated with them. If you want to manifest love, for example, don't just imagine yourself with a partner. Feel the love, warmth, and joy that comes with being in that relationship. The more emotion you can attach to your visualizations and affirmations, the more powerful they will be in impressing your subconscious mind. Emotion is the fuel that propels the manifestation process. So always ensure that your feelings are aligned with the desire you are trying to bring into your life. Another way to work with your subconscious mind is through meditation. When you quiet your conscious mind, you create an open channel for the subconscious to receive new programming. In a relaxed meditative state, your mind is more receptive to positive affirmations, visualizations, and new beliefs. Regular meditation allows you to access this deeper state of consciousness, where you can reprogram limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones that align with your desires. By making meditation a daily practice, you can continually reinforce the belief that your desires are already present in your life, gradually reprogramming your subconscious mind to reflect this truth. The subconscious mind also works to create the conditions for your desires to manifest in your life. Once you have impressed upon it the belief that your desires are already fulfilled, your subconscious begins to orchestrate the events and circumstances necessary to bring that vision to life. It may inspire you to take certain actions, lead you to meet the right people, or guide you toward opportunities that align with your goals. The more you trust in your subconscious mind and allow it to work on your behalf, the more seamlessly your desires will begin to unfold. By consciously impressing your subconscious mind with the belief that your desires are already here, you are aligning all aspects of your being with that truth. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions will all begin to reflect the reality of having your desire. And in doing so, you will unlock the power to manifest your dreams effortlessly and with ease. The universe is constantly responding to your energy, and it operates under the law of attraction. This law dictates that like attracts like, meaning the vibration you put out into the world is the vibration you receive in return. The energy you emit through your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs is a signal to the universe, telling it what you are ready to receive. If you are aligned with the frequency of already having your desires, the universe has no choice but to bring them into your physical reality. The key to manifesting your desires lies in matching your energy to that of what you want. Everything in the universe is made of energy, and this energy is constantly in motion. The law of attraction works by matching the energy of your desires with the energy that surrounds you. When you think thoughts of abundance, for example, you are emitting an energy of abundance into the world. When you feel confident, joyful, and grateful for what you have, you are sending out positive energy that attracts more of those feelings and circumstances into your life. In the same way, when you focus on lack, fear, or doubt, you are attracting more of those experiences into your life. Your energy determines what you attract. So it is crucial to be mindful of the vibrations you are sending out. One of the most powerful ways to raise your vibration and align with the energy of your desires is through gratitude. Gratitude is a high-frequency emotion that not only makes you feel good, but also helps you align with the energy of abundance. When you are grateful for what you already have, you signal to the universe that you are open to receiving more. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have, which in turn attracts more of what you want. The more grateful you are, the more you begin to vibrate at a frequency that aligns with the fulfillment of your desires. Another powerful way to raise your vibration is through positive affirmations. When you repeat affirmations such as, "I am worthy of my desires," "I attract abundance effortlessly," or "everything I want is already on its way," you are consciously directing your energy toward the manifestation of your desires. These affirmations help reprogram your subconscious mind, replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones that align with your desires. As you consistently affirm your worth and your ability to manifest, you raise your vibration and align with the energy of the universe, making it easier for your desires to come to fruition. Visualization is another powerful tool for matching your energy to your desires. When you vividly imagine yourself already living the life you want, you are engaging with the energy of that reality. The more real this visualization feels, the more your vibration matches the energy of your desires. See yourself in the relationship you want, in the career you desire, in living in the abundance you crave. Feel the emotions of already having it. When you immerse yourself in this experience, you are aligning your energy with that reality, making it more likely to manifest in your life. The key is to make the visualization as vivid and as emotionally charged as possible, as this helps to strengthen the connection between your energy and the energy of your desires. The universe is always listening, always responding to the vibrations you are putting out. It is not a passive observer. It is actively working to bring what you are aligned with into your experience. The universe does not discriminate. It simply responds to the energy you emit. If you believe that you are worthy of your desires, if you feel gratitude for what you already have, if you are affirming that your desires are already here, the universe has no choice but to respond by bringing you more of the same. It is a law of nature that cannot be broken. The key is to consistently align your energy with what you want, and the universe will meet you at that vibration. One of the most important things to remember is that the universe works in its own time. While it may seem as though things are not happening quickly enough, trust that the universe is always working behind the scenes to bring your desires into your reality. Sometimes the universe needs to clear the path, align people, or shift circumstances in ways that you cannot yet see. This is why patience. When you continue to focus on your desire, align your energy with it, and trust that it is already here, you send a powerful message to the universe that you are ready to receive. The more you stay in alignment with your desire, the faster It will manifest by consciously directing your energy. You become a magnet for your desires. The law of attraction is always at work, and when you are in alignment with the energy of your desires, you make it inevitable that they will come to you. The universe is always listening, always responding to your energy, and when you match that energy with the energy of your desires, there is no limit to what you can manifest. Your energy is the key to unlocking everything you want. And once you understand how to align it with your desires, you will see that the universe has already been waiting to give them to you. The power of action cannot be underestimated when it comes to manifesting your desires. While your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are essential for aligning with your desires, it is your actions that give them life in the physical world. Action is the bridge that connects your inner reality with your outer reality. Without action, desires remain dreams, and potential remains unfulfilled. The key to manifesting your desires is to take inspired action, action that feels aligned with the energy of what you want and reflects your belief that your desire is already here. Taking inspired action begins with trusting your intuition. Often the universe communicates with you through subtle nudges, feelings, or ideas. These intuitive hits guide you toward the right opportunities, people, and situations that can help bring your desires into your physical reality. When you take action based on these intuitive insights, you are moving in the direction of your desires with confidence and clarity. The key is to listen to those inner promptings and trust that they are leading you in the right direction. When you take action with this trust, the universe responds by aligning events and circumstances to support your journey. Inspired action is different from forced action. Forced action comes from a place of desperation, fear, or doubt, whereas inspired action comes from a place of inner knowing, alignment, and confidence. When you are acting from a place of fear, you are essentially trying to make things happen instead of allowing them to flow naturally. This energy of resistance creates friction and often leads to frustration, setbacks, or burnout. On the other hand, when you are taking inspired action, you feel a sense of ease and flow. You're not struggling or forcing things into existence. Instead, you're simply moving forward with confidence, knowing that the universe is supporting your efforts. Inspired action can come in many forms, and it does not always look like what you expect. Sometimes it may involve making a phone call, attending an event, or learning something new that will help you along your journey. Other times it may involve letting go of something that no longer serves you or trusting in the timing of the universe. The key is to remain open and receptive to the guidance that comes your way. And there was once on a flight. The universe works in mysterious ways, and inspired action may show up in unexpected forms. By staying open and flexible, you allow space for the universe to work its magic and bring your desires into reality. One of the most important things to understand about inspired action is that it often requires stepping out of your comfort zone. When you take action that feels aligned with your desires, it may push you beyond the boundaries of what you thought was possible. This is where trust comes in. If you truly believe that your desire is already here, you will trust the steps you are guided to take, even if they feel uncertain or unfamiliar. This trust in the process is what propels you forward, allowing you to grow and evolve along the way. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your desires. Taking action also involves being persistent and consistent. Manifestation is not always an overnight process. It requires dedication and a willingness to keep moving forward, even when results are not immediately visible. Every action you take, no matter how small, is moving you in the direction of your desires. Sometimes you may not see immediate results, but trust that the seeds you are planting are beginning to grow beneath the surface. The key is to remain committed and stay in alignment with your desires, even when things don't unfold exactly as you imagined. The universe responds to your commitment and consistency. When you take consistent action, you are signaling to the universe that you are serious about your desires and ready to receive them. Consistency builds momentum, and over time, this momentum brings your desires closer to fruition. When you take action with persistence and patience, the universe begins to align everything in your favor, and opportunities start to appear in unexpected ways. Another essential aspect of action is detachment. While it's important to take inspired action, it's equally important to let go of any attachment to the outcome. When you take action with the expectation that things must happen in a specific way or within a certain time frame, you create resistance and limit the flow of manifestation. Instead, focus on the process and trust that the universe knows the best path for you. If detachment allows you to take inspired action without the pressure of needing immediate results, by releasing attachment, you allow the universe to work its magic and bring your desires to you in the perfect way and at the perfect time. Action is not just about doing, it's about being aligned with your desires and trusting that the steps you take are leading you toward them. When you take inspired action from a place of alignment, belief, and trust, you are allowing the universe to meet you halfway. Every action you take brings you closer to the reality of your desires. The more aligned and confident you are in your actions, the more quickly your desires will manifest. So, take action with purpose, trust the process, and know that your desires are already on their way. Your actions, when aligned with your beliefs and energy, are the key to unlocking the door to everything you want. One of the most important things to remember in your journey toward manifesting your desires is the power of unwavering belief. Belief is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Without belief, your thoughts, actions, and energy are not fully aligned with your desires. When you believe that your desire is already here, you unlock the full potential of the law of attraction. Belief is the driving force that propels the manifestation process forward. If you are not fully convinced that what you want is already on its way, your energy will be misaligned, and your manifestations will be delayed or blocked. Belief is not something that can be fabricated or forced. It must come from within. It is a deep inner knowing that what you desire is already a part of your reality, even if you cannot see it in your physical world yet. This is why faith plays such an important role in manifestation. To manifest your desires, you must believe that the universe is working in your favor, even when there is no evidence to show for it. Faith in the unseen is what keeps you moving forward when doubt and fear arise. Faith is the certainty that what you want is already coming to you, regardless of the circumstances around you. The power of belief lies in its ability to shift your mindset and perception of reality. When you truly believe that your desires are already here, you begin to see the world through the lens of abundance, possibility, and alignment. This belief shifts your vibration, and as a result, the universe starts to bring more of the same into your life. Your belief becomes a magnetic force, attracting people, opportunities, and circumstances that align with your desires. The more you believe in the reality of your desires, the more the universe responds to that belief, bringing your manifestations closer to you. Belief also helps to overcome obstacles and challenges that may arise on the path to manifestation. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and sometimes it may seem like your desires are not materializing as quickly as you hoped. In these moments, your belief becomes your anchor. When you hold firm in the belief that your desires are already yours, you remain resilient in the face of adversity. You are less likely to be swayed by external circumstances or the opinions of others, because your belief in your desires is unwavering. This inner strength and conviction are what allow you to stay aligned with your goals, even when things don't go as planned. One of the most powerful tools to strengthen your belief is to visualize your desires as already fulfilled. The more vividly you can imagine your desires as real and present in your life, the more your belief in them grows. When you immerse yourself in the feelings and emotions of already having your desires, your belief becomes rooted in your subconscious mind. This emotional connection strengthens your belief, and as a result, your desires begin to manifest more quickly and effortlessly. This visualization allows you to feel the reality of your desires before they physically appear, and this feeling is what solidifies your belief. Affirmations are another effective way to build and reinforce your belief. Repeating positive statements like, "I am worthy of everything I desire," "My desires are already on their way," or "I believe in the power of manifestation," helps to program your subconscious mind to accept these truths. The more you affirm these beliefs, the more they become ingrained in your consciousness, making it easier for you to hold on to your belief in the manifestation process. Affirmations are not words. They are powerful tools that shape your inner reality and align your mindset with the frequency of your desires. It's important to understand that belief is not about blind faith or wishful thinking. It's about trusting in the process and knowing that the universe is always working on your behalf. The universe is constantly aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities to bring you closer to your desires. However, for this to happen, you must believe in the process and trust that everything is unfolding in perfect timing. When you believe in the power of your own thoughts and energy, you are empowering yourself to create the life you desire. Belief also requires letting go of limiting beliefs and doubts that may be holding you back. These doubts are often rooted in fear, insecurity, or past experiences, and they can block the flow of manifestation. To strengthen your belief in your desires, you must release any negative or limiting beliefs that no longer serve you. This process may involve confronting your fears, challenging your assumptions, and replacing old beliefs with new, empowering ones. As you let go of the beliefs that have kept you stuck in the past, you create space for new possibilities to emerge. In the end, belief is the key that unlocks the door to your desires. When you believe that your desires are already here, you align with the energy of what you want, and the universe begins to reflect that belief in your physical reality. Belief is what transforms your thoughts into actions, your dreams into reality. It is the driving force behind every manifestation. By nurturing and strengthening your belief in the process, you unlock the full power of the law of attraction and open yourself to receiving everything you desire. The ability to remain patient and trust the timing of the universe is essential in the manifestation process. It's easy to become frustrated or discouraged when things don't appear to be happening as quickly as you want them to. But the key to manifesting your desires is understanding that everything happens in divine timing. The universe operates on its own schedule, and sometimes what we desire must be perfectly aligned with the right people, circumstances, and opportunities before it can manifest in our lives. Trusting the timing of the universe means letting go of the need for immediate results and surrendering to the natural flow of manifestation. One of the biggest obstacles to patience is our desire for instant gratification. We live in a fast-paced world where everything is expected to happen quickly, whether it's receiving a text message, buying something online, or achieving success. We've been conditioned to expect immediate results, but this mindset often conflicts with the manifestation process. The universe doesn't operate on a schedule that matches our immediate desires, and sometimes it requires time to bring the perfect conditions together for our desires to materialize. This is where patience becomes an essential virtue. When you trust the timing of the universe, you shift your focus from the lack of your desire to the knowing that it is already on its way. This shift in mindset helps you to stay aligned with your desires, even when they have not yet appeared in your physical reality. Patience allows you to maintain a high vibration, as it prevents you from falling into negative emotions, such as frustration, fear, or doubt. When you let go of the need for instant results, you release resistance and allow the universe to work in its own time. You start to trust that what you desire is already coming, even if you cannot see it yet. This trust creates a sense of peace, knowing that the universe is always on your side and that your desires are being perfectly orchestrated. In the process of manifesting your desires, timing is everything. Often, the universe needs to rearrange circumstances, shift energies, or open doors at the right time for your desires to manifest fully. This may involve waiting for the right person to enter your life, for the right opportunity to appear, or for the right internal shifts to occur within you. Patience allows you to stay in alignment during this process and to trust that the universe is preparing everything in perfect harmony for your desires to unfold. Impatience can lead to anxiety, which only causes your energy to misalign with your desires. When you're anxious about the outcome, you're projecting doubt and fear, and these vibrations will only slow down the manifestation process. On the other hand, patience allows you to maintain a calm and steady vibration, making it easier for the universe to match your frequency. By choosing patience, you are also choosing peace and trust, which attracts more of the same into your life. The more you practice patience, the more you learn to flow with the natural rhythm of manifestation, knowing that what you want is already coming to you in the perfect time. Patience also involves understanding that your desires may come in ways you didn't expect. The universe often surprises us with the way things unfold, and what we thought we wanted may show up in a completely different form. This is why patience is so important. It helps you remain open to the possibilities and stay receptive to the unique ways in which the universe may bring your desires to life. Well, by remaining patient, you allow space for magic and serendipity to unfold, bringing your desires to you in ways that are beyond your imagination. Another important aspect of patience is staying present in the moment. When you focus on the here and now, you're able to enjoy the journey and appreciate the process of manifestation. Often we get so fixated on the outcome that we forget to enjoy the steps along the way. Being patient allows you to embrace the journey and to savor the small wins and progress that are happening in your life, even if they are not directly related to your main desire. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a step closer to the manifestation of your desires. It's also crucial to practice patience with yourself. Sometimes we are our own harshest critics, and when things aren't moving as fast as we'd like, we can become frustrated with our own progress. The truth is, the manifestation process is not linear. It requires time, growth, and learning. You may encounter challenges, doubts, or setbacks along the way, but these are all part of the journey. Patience with yourself means understanding that growth takes time and that you are on the right path, even when it feels like you're not making progress. By being gentle with yourself and allowing room for growth, you continue to build a foundation for the manifestation of your desires. The universe operates on its own schedule, and the more you trust in this timing, the more smoothly your desires will manifest. When you let go of the urgency and focus on enjoying the present moment, you align yourself with the flow of the universe. The act of surrendering to divine timing not only allows you to stay calm and peaceful, but it also strengthens your belief that your desires are already here. Your professional dies as Proect Sharma, Enquitiju Shebu. This peaceful trust speeds up the manifestation process as it removes the resistance that impatience and doubt create. By practicing patience, you invite abundance, peace, and alignment into your life, which paves the way for your desires to unfold naturally and effortlessly. In conclusion, Your desires are already here, and the key to manifesting them lies within you. By understanding the power of belief, patience, and inspired action, you can align yourself with the flow of the universe and effortlessly bring your dreams into reality. Your thoughts, emotions, and energy create the foundation for your desires, and when you act in alignment with these inner truths, the universe will meet you halfway. Trusting the timing of the universe, letting go of doubts, and embracing the belief that what you desire is already yours will remove resistance and open the door to infinite possibilities. Remember, the process of manifestation is not about forcing or controlling outcomes, but rather allowing your desires to unfold in perfect harmony with the universe's plan. Every step you take, every thought you think, and every feeling you experience contributes to the reality you are creating. As you hold steadfast in the belief that your desires are already here, you unlock the flow of abundance and attract everything you've ever wanted. The universe is always listening, and it is ready to bring your desires into your physical world. Just trust, believe, and allow.